Want me to get a picture of you, bro?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry about it.
I think they gave us the wrong donut. No, this looks good. As a part of the membership, they'll get 2 weeks of boxes. You can try and get them printed at FedEx.
Oh yeah, FedEx. I passed by all that shit.
But I mean, will they do it in that time? Like, what are we gonna do? Walk up there or email it to them? And then will they turn it around in an hour?
So, leave us all
Oh, stop it. And I'm off tomorrow too? Oh my, stop it, lad.
From 7 to 9.
Hurt.
Our show. So here's my business card.
7 p.m., right?
Here, we're going to do it.
Never thought we would have made it.
Along swiftly. These are my people, so I figure I'd go ahead and just introduce the last speaker. As soon as I got out here to Chicago, I was put on with like people you should know. It was actually the first time I got out here to Soho, and this brother, man, he's been my connection to Chicago. You know what I mean? He's been putting me on where I should go, where I shouldn't go, and I've been able to sit back and watch his journey. And it's just, it's just something about being able to be with a brother that you can connect with and go there with. And so this brother has his, and that's one thing I learned about Chicago. Everybody got their own business, got their own thing going on. I'm like, all right, what you got going? And he got this whole artisan drink production going. And it's called Do Wells. This is Mike Wells. And I remember seeing him. He was one of the first people to give me one of those like digital business cards. He's like, oh, I got your contact. He just texted me and like all his information came up, bio and everything. I was like, oh, this is nice, right? But he's also afforded me the opportunity to really clue in on his journey, and I'm just so excited for him to get up here and just be vulnerable, because I know what it is for him for even to be able to do this. And so I just want to also say in front of everybody that, I look up to you. I look up to him, man. I do appreciate him. He's a great role model. So without further ado, the big homie, Mike Wells.
Found in you. May our legacies live forever. All my niggas quiet, but we burning loud. Machiavelli to the max, never turn it down. Mac 11 in the Benz, how you like me now? I run the city, so my closet.
Yeah, we can just go ahead and cut it now, man. It's funny, when he asked me to do this, I had in my head what it would look like. I want to look like I really know what I'm doing. So I'm going, hold this mic like I actually do this, you know what I'm saying? Which I really don't, but it's whatever. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening. Not just to me, but to the other brothers also. Just get to the shit. I'm afraid. We talk about expansion, and that's interesting. He talks about the business, and it's funny when he asked me to do this. He like, yeah, man, make sure you have your stuff right there, man, and you can talk about your business and this, that, and the third. And at first I was like, cool, that's what's up. It'd be another opportunity to put the business out there. And as I kind of got into the thought process, and then I started talking to Denzel, and then got an idea of what the real purpose of this was, I said, fuck that. This is gonna be about me today. The name of my business also is Do Well Brands. We are a craft beverage company that specializes in craft beverages and mixing syrups, just so we get it out there. But expansion is hard when a piece of you is missing. I'm going through a divorce. I'm probably going to be the one to cry today. I'm not going to lie to you. But when it comes to when I talked about being scared, I'm afraid to navigate this world alone. The person that I married, I really believe, and I still believe that God put her here for me. It's funny now because I look at all these beautiful couples and y'all like sitting here cute. I can't stand y'all right now. I swear. I ain't gonna even lie because we were like the perfect looking, like we were that couple, right? Like the it couple, the cute little thing, like natural hair, our glasses match and we're cute and everybody just kind of loves us, right? Then we had babies. We had twins. Thank God for that. It was a beautiful thing. We have 16-month-old twins, Gabriel and Justice, and it's the greatest thing ever. I also have 2 other children from a previous relationship, and I did not realize the difficulty of, because my wife and I started this business together. So when it comes down to expanding, the person you started the business with isn't there. She's there, like we're good, like we actually, like I just talked to her before I got on. Like she's there as a space for me to talk to, but she's not my wife anymore. And that's difficult. It's difficult when holidays come around and I don't get invited to shit. As far as like her family and this, that, and the third, because we were married for 5 years, but we've been together for 12. So an entire family, I feel like I lost. On top of my wife, on top of my business partner, on top of my best friend. I wish I could tell you that it was as simple as, man, I saw this chick and I did something wrong, and I kind of wish it was that simple. But it's very complicated. It's very complicated when you have children and the game kind of changes. That woman needs you. The difficult part was I didn't know how to be there effectively. I thought I was being there by cooking more, cleaning more, making sure she didn't have to do this and making sure she didn't have to do that. But I failed at being emotionally available. It was too hard to be emotionally available because just like she's going through shit, I'm going through shit too, but I don't have outlets. It's the thought process is to make sure the woman is okay, because that's the woman that's going to be nurturing your children. That's the woman, that's the one you want to make sure. But I felt alone. I felt alone at home. I felt like everything I did was not enough. And therefore I'm feeling not enough when I get home. I actually feel better in the world. Like the world actually tells me I'm the shit. But when I come home, I'm not enough. That's a very thing to deal with when you're trying to communicate effectively. Because you may start one way, but if she don't answer it the way you want to, it's gonna throw you because you already have this feeling. I got 3 minutes and 48 seconds or something like that. But hey, no, it's good. because what I want to ultimately get to is that I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I'm afraid to date. I like dealing with another woman is like too much for me right now. But I do want to deal with women though. It's like this weird dichotomy, right? Like, because maybe right now is the time for me to be with me. During this process, I've realized that I'm 40 years old and I've never really been alone. I've never really been in a space where I had to depend on me. And some may say, well, you're not supposed to just, depend on yourself. But the problem is when you don't trust yourself, you have to, like, God has been putting me in situations to build the trust I have in myself. Definitely in a space where my business is, I see 2023, everyone will know who Do Well is, what it is we're about. I see so much fantastic growth happening, but I need to be straight here. I have to be straight in here so that when God puts that on me, I'm able to be in a space where I can actually not only appreciate it, but be in a space to give more to someone else. And unlike being emotionally unavailable for my wife, I want to be available for someone else in business. I want to be available for someone else just in life in general, so that I feel like the shit I went through wasn't for nothing. And I'm in a space of releasing expectations about life, feeling like you should be right here, and if you're not here, then you're not doing something right, and this, that, and the third. But again, I guess it leads back to my original statement. I'm scared. I'm scared as hell. But I feel like if I'm not scared, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So this fear feels normal. This fear feels like it should be there because there is a lesson attached to it. Like at the end of this struggle, at the end of this situation is something better and something bigger. And I'm looking forward to what that is. And I just want to thank you all for allowing me to share and be. And I guess that's it. Thank you.
Am I fucking your bitches? Is it official? My nigga get a dime, didn't learn a thing from it. Came home in 2 weeks, got him a 600.
I was gonna get away.
Boss, you know them bricks coming. Chicks at the beach house like they gonna miss something.
All right, we got the questions, Mike.
Before I ask one, does anybody have a question? I don't want to steal the mic, but I got a question. All right, fuck. God damn it, Derek.
Thank you. First, thank you for sharing. I think, I have a 6-month-old. It's my first kid.
Salute.
So I understand some of the dynamics of what you spoke on. I think so. My question is, what do you think could have helped you get through the process of kind of feeling alone, feeling separate, feeling like you didn't have anyone? What do you think you need from the community that could have helped you?
It's interesting. What I'm starting at, Malik put me on the book, The Alchemist, and I'm not finished with it yet, but I'm literally about halfway through, and it talks about omens and paying attention to signs and things of that sort, and I think that at a certain point, remember I talked about not being alone before. I think at a certain point, my wife became my crutch as opposed to my partner. I think that because of maybe fear, or maybe because, like, I guess men, we sometimes just kind of put these things onto our mates, like, hey man, you're gonna have to deal with my emotional insecurity today and tomorrow and after that as well. And that's not her responsibility. Because she did what she could do to create a space for me. But when you talk about what someone else could have done, I don't think it was about someone else doing anything. I believe it was about the work that I needed to do. And I'm only starting to see the work that I needed to do without the expectation of being a husband, without the expectation of, or like the anxiety of, if I fail, it's not just me. Like, yes, I have children and this, that, and the third, but I took pride in being a husband. I took pride in being able to say that, being able to say my wife. Like, it's even weird saying ex-wife or this, that, and the third. That's why I tend to not really say it. But I believe that this journey is about me learning how to be better for me so that I can be better for others, ultimately.
So we got a couple of questions. This person raised their hand in the back. Okay, so we got you first.
I'm really proud of you, first.
Thank you.
I just want to know, what are strategies that are you doing to enhance your times when you're lonely?
I work out. So I was a personal trainer for 16 years. That's really my thing. I'm blessed because the day my wife left, I took a picture of myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to use fitness as a way to meditate on this, a way to feel better about me, because I was a whole fat ass. Like, I was literally like, I was 247 pounds, and that was in June. So I'm like 215, 212 now. But this time, the weight loss was kind of like a symptom of me trying to not take that energy and use it negatively, right? So, like, part of me wanted to just be a hoe out there in the streets and just run around and just put my dick on the damn table all the time. And that was not an effective method of achieving what I really wanted to achieve. Because, when you've been, with someone for so long, and I'm not a cheater, so I was really excited. Shit, I got a Facebook page and all kind of little single shit, just to kind of see what a nigga could get into. I ain't gonna lie, So when it comes to what the strategies are just kind of learning what I'm into. Because sometimes being with someone, you kind of acquiesce to what they want you to be and what they need you to be, and that's part of being a mate. I get the opportunity to actually figure out what Mike likes. I get the opportunity to say, I don't really like that. And not just from a woman state of mind, but just day to day. Like, shit, I want to go bowling sometime. Like, I want to go skating sometime. I want to go see things that I probably wouldn't see if I'm so busy trying to figure out how to be the best husband, how to be the best father, how to be the best business person, how to be the best everything, and then still love me. It's just been very difficult to do that. And even though this is difficult, I'm actually grateful for it, because I see my children every day. She calls me when I don't have them in the morning. We FaceTime every morning. Like, if I need her, she's there. Our relationship is different, but it is not, it it is friendly, and I'm thankful for that, because I want to be the best father I can be now. Now I want to be the best friend I can be to her now. Now I want to, and then whatever comes from that is what comes from that. And I kind of have to be willing to accept what those things are, whether they be in or out.
Thank you.
Quiet storm.
Thank you. Is it on? Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
It's on. Okay. Thank you. I want to thank all our speakers tonight. One thing they did was, as men, we have a mask that we portray to the world. We have a mask on, right? And that's the mask that we think that we have to wear. And what these men did was take off their mask, turn it around, and show you the vulnerable side. The things that we don't want to show folks. And these guys showed it to all of us. So thank you guys. So can you tell me more about your business? You got business. Let's hear more about that. How can we support you? Tell us more about the drinks.
Do Well Brands, again, is a craft beverage. We are at dowellbrands.com. Feel free to get on our email list. Instagram is Do Well Brands. Facebook, Do Well Brands. I think we have the best lemonade in the world. No bullshit. Not just because it tastes good, but because of what's in it. I believe that there's nothing on the market that tastes the way our beverage does, as well as we have this craft mixing syrup that's really the actual star, because you can make different cocktails with it. You can make obviously non-alcoholic beverages, but the beauty of it, you can make dressings with it. You can baste it on your fish. You can put it on glazes. It works as a great binder for ribs. Our cherry mint lime. Slap that on your ribs, season them things the way you normally do. I'm telling you, the bark will be amazing. You cannot deny it. And we do cocktail kits. We do bars. We do bar services. So we actually will actually come out and do bar service for you. And we make different cocktails and things like that. And we dabble in food. So I do catering a little bit, so if you want that, we can talk about it, but it better be the right price, because I can't stand people trying to short me on my food.
Yeah. Tell them about the mushrooms, man. Tell them about the mushrooms. I want to hear more about the mushrooms.
No. That is not a part of my business.
I forgot. We in Chicago. We're not in California, right? We're not in California.
We are not. I do dabble. Sir.
All right, we just want to say excuse us. That was not a part of the production.
That was not a part of the production.
We didn't hear that. They're from California.
It's all right.
But go ahead, Mike. Go ahead and finish up real quick. Go ahead, brother.
We're on 3 college campuses now. We're at the University of Chicago. We're at Northwestern. We're and UIC starting in January. So we're kind of focusing on the dining space now, but stores, we will be in stores in 2023. But you can order yours today. You ain't gotta wait. Go to dowellbrands.com and we will get you your order within 7 to 10 business days.
Ashe.
Yeah. You got it, Denzel.
Can we give this brother one more time?
He just slapped the shit out of me. I think that was some Will Smith.
Stay. If y'all don't know, I'm actually an introvert and I hate being in the limelight, so I'm gonna step over to the side and let y'all continue to look at this man's gentle giant beard over here, which is so great. So thank you. Thank all of the speakers that came across this stage and shared a little bit of vulnerability. There are some things that we've heard today that I think resonated with me in particular, so hopefully there are some things that resonated with you. Part of the idea here is that a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, brilliant brother, he says you can't be what you can't see. I challenge him on that all the time, but I do feel like he has a point in the sense that it's hard to push past barriers that you don't know exist if you don't have an example of what it is to be on the other side of that barrier, right? And so when we're here talking about vulnerability, when we're here talking about our lived experiences, when we're here talking about the non-performative nature of what it is to be in existence as a black man, we're really talking about some revolutionary shit, okay? When I say revolutionary, I mean revolutionary, and this is an act of revulsion. So I want to say thank you for being a part of this experience, part of this revolution, and a part of the narrative that these gentlemen have just shared and will continue to live with you as a part of their community. So give yourselves another round of applause. Thank you.